Okay guys, we're back again, mixing up this square coaster, resin for the square coaster. Now, I think I've worked it out, but there's might be troubles with bubbles. I'm just mixing here. I've just got the timer on. I'll just keep an eye on it. On the counter, it should be 2 minutes, this resin. Now I have got resin in this cup from before, so I hope that doesn't make a difference. I can't wait to unmould. Yeah, I cannot wait to unmould, guys. Curiosity is killing me. Oh, well, is that all the white ones changing? Okay, that first one we did with the white and pink and purple, that's changing. The others are not doing very much though. Okay, nearly at the 2 minute mark. We're nearly at the 2 minute mark. Scrape the old one in there. Now, we've got this mould. I'm hoping this will work. With the top, the top of it. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if the ink will wash off the wood, whether it'll bleed, whether I've just wasted a whole lot of resin. Or what? Okay, now it's mixed. Doesn't need very much mixing, this resin. Epoxy resin. Crystal clear, self-leveling. Resist yellow, 40 minutes work time. Wipe your stick, ready to go. Ready to go again. Got to keep our plastic. Now I'm going to just wipe over this again. I have wiped it before, but I want to wipe it again. Now, the idea is very simple. It's a very, very simple idea. Now, it doesn't matter which way it goes in, upside down, but I want to put it in that way. So I'm going to put the layer in. This one will have like a feet. Now the bubbles I'm hoping will break up a bit. I want to fill that up, right up like that. Now we can put a black background on. I'm not worried about bubbles very much. Now I've got to put that in like that. Let it sit on top, push it down a little bit. It was heavy stuff. Push him down a little bit like that. Now, if you're doing wood projects, you'll probably tell me, yeah, you should seal it first. I ain't got anything to seal it with. So here goes nothing. This will be a very nice coaster if it works. And it seems to be working. Not too many bubbles are coming up through the surface from the wood. Oh, that's good. Now I want it fairly thick anyway. Oh, now there is a little bit in there. I'll get him, just move him around a little bit. Now there will be bubbles underneath it most likely. Now let's just see if that works. There's no bleeding. Oh, hang on, we've still got a bit of resin. I see a doohickey there. Little hole there. Okay, there we go. Now we got it all. Now we got it all. Now we've got it all. Oh, that seems to be working very nicely. Okay, project number 2 done. Now, I wonder if I got enough resin in there. Yes, I see a few bubbles there, but they're breaking. They're breaking as they come to the surface. Okay, that's very good. Now, I have no... Don't want to touch that one because that seems to be working. That seems to be working very nicely. Now, let's just push him down a little bit. He seems to be sticking up a little bit on one side. Let's break up those few bubbles there. Okay, now, this is that wood cradle board that we done the other day. There should be enough in there. It's only small. I'm not going to worry about the edges on this one. I just want a thin layer. And that's what I'm going to get to, is a nice little thin layer. Just like you do a painting. Get it all out. There we go. Then we'll spread it across with our fingers. I don't want it to go over the edge. I just want it to sit there on the top. I've got no tape to put on the back of it. I'm just going to spread it lightly. Yeah, I'll spread it lightly with a stick actually. I'll get it to the edge and put a nice little deep edge on. Well, this is not bleeding. The timber's not bleeding. The ink's gone into the timber. And that is good. Now, what about this ink? What about that one over there? Now, I'm not worrying about the edging. I don't want the edging done. If it can sit this there on the very tip of it, that'd be good. Well, it's not coming off. That's gone into the timber. Oh, that's very good. Let me just move you across because I haven't got much light there. Oh, that's excellent. Okay. Both ideas are working. Don't you love that? Okay, let's put you away there and I'll just move my fingers. It's a thin little layer. I'll always put another layer on top later. Just want to seal it. Just leave it like that. Nice little clean edge. We'll have a look. Yeah, there's a few bubbles, but they might disappear. This is only like an experiment. I just want to see if the inks will bleed. I did one on canvas, the drawing, and the ink bled. But yet again, I used Mod Podge on it. I'm thinking the Mod Podge and the ink did not like one another. Now another person will tell me, oh, I had no trouble doing that. Well, that's good. I did. But this is working beautiful. Now, if there's bubbles, there's bubbles. I'll come over this side a little bit now. I want to do it all in one go. There we go. It was just enough to cover that board. No colours have bled. Oh, guess what I'm going to do today? Yep. No more resin though. I've got no more resin though. Unfortunately, I have to get some off of eBay. I'll have a look for it on eBay actually. See if I can get bigger bottles. There we go. All nicely done. Look on the sides. I'm hoping any bubbles will break. It goes on the edge, it goes on the edge, but I don't want it to. Again, I can always paint the edges. How's it looking, guys? See anything? Oh, that one's working. Everything seems to be working properly today. Nice when that happens. Just trying to break any bubbles here. Although this stuff seems to pop the bubbles as it goes, as they come to the surface. This is supposed to be an ultra clear resin, so good for that. Now, there we go, we got it. I don't think we're going to have any problems with that board. Now, those bottles, 8 ounces, 236 mils is done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects. So quite economical, quite economical. It's quite economical, so that's okay. This one's going to have a few little bubbles in it, but that's all right. It'll look good up on the wall. It's the first ever wood doodle. No, that one I think was the first, or the other one was first. I'm sure I've got another one and I can't find it anywhere. I cannot find him anywhere. So now, we'll let that sit and set up throughout the day. The bubbles are all gone in this one by the looks of it. This one's all gone. I just want to... It seems to be lifting up on one side. But... let's push him back down again. As long as the top's flat, I suppose it doesn't make much difference. As long as the top's flat. Okay, we're done. That's it. All gone. Resin all gone. Until I get some more. Ah. Oh, I hate gloves when they're sticky. No, I'm bad. Oh, let's get that off. Ah. Let's get that off. And I'll toss this all out. Yeah, that's better. Oh, they're a good pair of gloves though that come with it. They are excellent gloves. Now these I'll let peel off. I'll let them peel off and I'll stick the stick in there. You know the stick's clean, I'll let it peel off. Okay guys, happy hands. Go check out what Wanda's doing over at Wanda's Blessed Creations. This one I am very pleased with, this one. This one looks like it's going to work out beautifully. Now, let me just see, break those bubbles. Let's see if we can get rid of some of those bubbles there. There we go, that's okay. Like I said, if there's bubbles, there's bubbles. That's actually the back. What's happening is underneath. Yeah, what's happening is underneath. Okay guys, happy hands, happy tangling, have fun. Do an art project. Go to Bunnings. Go to Spotlight, help them out. The Spotlight here is very, very busy. Mr. Spotlight here in Campbelltown. It's a very busy store. I'm quite surprised the number of people that go to the Spotlight in Kmart. Very busy. And I've come across 3 main shopping centres here. At least 2. Our one here in where I am. There's one up the road that I've come across again, but I haven't come across Bunnings yet. I know they're here. I know they're in the area, but I have not come across them. Now that's going to definitely come up on one side all the time. Just tap him back down again. He may need to come down. But he's working. At least the ink never came off. That's what I was hoping for. That the ink never came off. Now, I shall disappear, let that all set up, and we'll come back and mould. Why? Yes, I'm doing a no-no, but I'll wipe it off in a minute. The edges of the boards never seem to get covered with resin. It pulls away. I don't know why. Seems to pull inwards. Oh, at least the centre's part are covered. And that can go into a frame too. This one can go into a frame. So all is good. We can put a floating frame or we can use the... How's he looking? I'll bring him up. Nicely covered. A few little bubbles, but I haven't got nothing to break them up with. Oh, I see an area. Hang on. I've got a little coverage over here. You're not seeing what I'm doing, so... But again, I'll wipe your fingers in a minute. Just using my finger. Just quickly using my finger now. How did we go? Always have a wet one on hand. Number 1 rule. Or a paper towel on hand. Now we'll see how well we go. We can always put another coat of resin on it later. Yeah, we get it all? Yeah, I think so. I think we got it all. But we can always put another coat of resin on. Okay, that will dry. So will that, so will that. Oh, look at the white one. Ooh, that white one there's going to be interesting to unmould. Okay, Julie, this is all your fault. Pouring your heart out. And you too, Wanda, this is your fault too. Getting me to play with resin. Oh, maybe this is what I'm supposed to do. Draw and paint with resin. I suppose you could paint with resin. Why can't you do painting in resin? Kind of was doing that in the shed too. Okay, that is looking good. Now if that goes up and it's uneven, well, I'm not going to worry about that. It looks uneven to me, but it may settle down itself. And it will have those ridges in the back of it, which may be a good thing. Maybe a good thing because I might keep it off the table. Or give it to something to stand on or hang from on the wall. Could be a wall plaque too. And there doesn't seem to be any bubbles coming now to the surface. So we're done. That's it. Back to drawing scheduling. I'm definitely going to do one of my wood cradle browns now. But what are we going to do on it though? That's the question. Have fun. Do your own thing. Get some resin. It's quite reasonable. Unless you buy big 1 litre bottles, of course, then it gets up there in price. But do an afterpay payment. You know, it comes out each fortnight. I think it's fortnightly, 4 payments a fortnight. Done and done. Now, we're definitely going to have some bubbles on top by the looks of it. This one especially. This one's bubbly. This one seems to be a bit on the bubbly side to me. I'll just bounce him a little bit. Try and break it up there a little bit. Just wipe it off immediately. Wash your hands too. And wear your mask. But this stuff's got very little odour, very little odour. I'm quite surprised actually for something so reasonably priced. It's a very good product. I'm hoping Miss Wanda will get it in to see what it's like to give it a whirl on her channel. It's well worth getting. It's epoxy resin from Temu. Only comes in small bottles, which is quite good size for a small space to work with actually. Quite good size. Okay guys, that's it. Happy hands. We'll see how it develops throughout the day. See how long it sets up. It is, I think, around 10:30 time. Must be time for a cup of coffee again. Now I shall put my chair back in the other position and we'll do a doodle. We'll do some doodling. I'm just pushing on the edges again. The edges do not want to stick. I have seen that though in paint pouring too. The edges always don't want to stick. Now wash your hands. Have wet ones on hand. Have fun. Get some alcohol spray as well if you can. That will break up the bubble tension. That will break up the bubble tension. Anything like that will work. 100% is better, but 99.9 is pretty darn good. You can get it off of eBay. That's it from me. Okay, enough chin wag. I'm just wiping down my rubber mat here. And that's a very nice mat too. The stick's a bit sticky, so I'll stick them in this cups. I'll stick them in their cup and that will help peel off the resin, any resin in the cups. And there we go. Now we're right. Now stop playing. Now we have to stop playing with the resin. Not possible, is it? Okay. Bye. Now I'll throw that out.